Hi, welcome back to TNT. Another glorious day down here in southern Thailand, although we understand there is still some bad weather around, and we'll report on the ongoing cleanup and one very lucky driver. Also a couple of workplace disasters and a very big storm moving into the region. Starting off with a couple of workplace incidents today, and this one, well, probably a bit of a lucky escape. We go to the Bangkok Post. Family injured as pickup plunges from unfinished flyover in Bangkok. A family of three was injured when their pickup truck plunged from a flyover that's still under construction in Lat Krabang district. The accident happened on the 10-metre high Lat Krabang on Nut flyover under construction on Lat Krabang Road. And police and rescue workers rushed to the scene, found heavily damaged Isuzu pickup truck near a 22-wheeled truck that was parked on the road close to the flyover structure. Apparently, the pickup truck registered in Ayutthaya fell from the flyover, hit the 22-wheeled truck and came to rest on the ground. And rescue workers extracted a 33-year-old man, his 31-year-old wife and their 1-year-old daughter from the vehicle. And the driver said he failed to see any barricade on the bridge in the darkness. So what's going on here? We've got a passenger car careering down an unfinished flyover, and they don't seem to see any sign saying, "Oh, watch out, road vanishes ahead." And they fly off this 10-metre flyover onto the top of another truck. Luckily, they survived, and let's hope they're all going to be okay. Now another incident, and this is reported in Khao English on their Facebook page. A concrete mixer truck overturned at a construction site, trapping the driver inside at a condominium in Soi Kok Tanot in Cheung Talay. This is in Phuket. Now, it took officials over 2 hours to recover the body of Mr. King Kanuk, a 55-year-old man from Phetchabun province who was driving the concrete mixer truck. They managed to extract him at 1:15 p.m, but the deceased wife stated her husband had almost cleared the hole where the accident occurred, but the soil gave way, causing the truck to overturn and fall in. Now, in both cases, it seems like some sloppy occupational workplace and safety. A little bit later, we're going to be checking on an incident where a driver had a very lucky incident on a road up in central Thailand. Welcome to a brand new working week here on TNT, and big thanks to 5-Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. Check that website if you'd like to see some of the amazing places out on Phang Bay that you can visit. They're taking bookings right throughout the high season now. Also, Beach House Thailand. You can see some photos there of our two new beach houses, which open, literally from the end of this week. Got some bookings already. Okay, now this story tends to ask more questions than it answers, but it is sort of interesting. A Thai actress criticises police after brother assaulted by foreigner. It's covered in KhaoSotEnglish.com. And an actress called Mint gave an interview to the media to complain that her younger brother was assaulted by a foreigner at the Sol 3 Cafe in Ratchada Soi 3. This is up in Bangkok. The case has not progressed, she said, and there are concerns that the perpetrators will leave the country on October the 3rd, 2024. The case has not progressed, she said, and there are concerns the perpetrators will leave the country on October the 3rd. And the incident happened back on September the 25th at around 2 a.m. when cafe staff called her brother for help, saying that foreigners had intruded and were assaulting employees. And so her younger brother quickly drove to the cafe to mediate the situation, but the foreign perpetrator attacked him by kicking him in the face. The family wants the attacker to be held accountable. Well, clearly a violent attack, but there is no information in this article about who this attacker might be, what brought about the attack, or where he might have come from. That information not provided, unless you know anything that we don't. Mint told the media, "Initially I didn't plan to speak out. I thought I'd let the police handle it. But the police informed us that the perpetrator will leave the country on October the 3rd, And they said they couldn't do anything until they received the forensic report to issue an arrest warrant. She also questioned why the police didn't conduct a urine test on the agitated perpetrator. Secondly, she wondered why the police suggested mediation when they have CCTV footage and complete evidence. The police said it wasn't necessary, which made her question why the evidence wasn't important. So as I said, more questions than answers in that particular story. Clearly there's enough evidence from the CCTV footage, and if the police know who the man is, I can't see why he's not arrested or brought in for questioning. And we do look forward to a bit more information on that story ASAP. Now we go to the same publication's Facebook page. And a bit of an update on the floods coming down towards Bangkok, and in the area of Wat Pathum Kongka, which is adjacent to the Chao Phraya River, sandbanks have been prepared by the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, and this follows a warning from the Bangkok Fire and Rescue Department to be vigilant for sea level rise until October the 2nd. And strong southwest monsoons combined with floodwaters from the upper part of the Chao Phraya River basin flowing down are contributing to the situation. So a potential disaster here. You've got floodwaters coming down from the north to the south towards Bangkok. At the same time, you've got a strong southwest monsoon, high waves, high tides, pushing water in from the Gulf of Thailand. Obviously a situation that we'll need to keep an eye on for the next couple of days. Heading up to Chiang Mai. And the PatiaNews.com says Northern Railway back in operation as Chiang Mai floodwaters recede. And this is back on Saturday. The Thai Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Transport announced the train services on the Northern Railway line have fully resumed after floodwaters at Chiang Mai Railway Station receded. Good news for travellers. Apparently no significant damage was reported, allowing for the quick restoration of services. The station's been cleaned and facilities have been readied to accommodate passengers. Northern Rail services are now back to 100%, providing full operations for all train routes. And just south of Chiang Mai in Phayao, an amazing bit of footage, dashcam footage from a car. We also get to see some of the aerial views, but a road, a highway, literally disappearing as they're driving over the top of it. So you're just casually driving along a highway and whoa, what are these cracks in the road? And the cracks, just as you're driving over it, are extending and extending, and obviously would have been quite a terrifying moment for the driver, a bit like a disaster movie. We had that similar situation on the road going to Patong in Phuket when the road going up the hill just vanished in one of these collapses. It took them some 5 or 6 weeks to repair. They actually did a very, very good job in the restoration. You wonder in these cases why they just can't build the roads properly in the first place. Okay, to some visas, and there is still a bit of confusion out there about a visa exemption, visa-free travel to Thailand, which countries are involved. Oh, what about this ETA? Oh, hang on, there's a 300 baht tourism tax. Anyway, this article sort of got it right, almost got it wrong. Reported by travelandtourworld.com, Thailand visa travel restored as ETA system is put on hold for 93 countries, including France, Germany, US, India, Japan and China. And then down the bottom, the much anticipated electronic travel authorization, the ETA system for foreign tourists entering Thailand, has been delayed, according to an announcement made by the Foreign Ministry. I'm even questioning if that photo is even in Thailand. It looks like a Thai longtail boat at the front, but I don't sort of recognise those hills. Anyway, somebody might like to tell me where they think that photo's been taken. In the meantime, nothing's been restored. The ETA, the electronic travel authorisation, that has not been introduced. It's a proposal, and it has been delayed, and it won't be until early next year at the earliest that they will be introducing it. I think it'll probably be later than that. But that aside, the visa-free travel for those 93 countries, nothing has changed. They are not having to pay a tourist tax, an arrival tax. There's no ETA. Those 93 countries can arrive visa-free into Thailand with just their passport in hand. And if that changes, or when it changes, we'll certainly tell you. Now, I was mentioning earlier about a big storm in the region, and once again coming through the northern Pacific into the South China Sea. This one's called Krathon, and it's got an interesting path. It's going to be travelling from currently in the north of the Philippines, and it's going to be making its way with a sharp right-hand turn towards Taiwan. And we can see here in this close-up, it's really packing a punch, and it's got winds of around 150 kilometres an hour already, and it's still got quite a way until it makes landfall on the southwest of the island of Taiwan. Let's go to Reuters, and Taiwan's issued a land warning today ahead of the arrival of Typhoon Krathon, which is expected, unusually, to make landfall on the island's western coast, bringing torrential rain. And Krathon, categorised as a medium-strength typhoon, is forecast to hit the major port city of Kaohsiung early Wednesday, then work its way across the bottom tip of Taiwan and cross back out into the Pacific. So some of these typhoons this year acting a little bit weird, and we will keep our eyes on that. Will it have any impact on the weather in Thailand? Not at the moment, but of course we will be keeping an eye on it and keeping our fingers crossed for the people in Taiwan. Okay, with that, thank you for watching today. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date with things happening around Thailand. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Otherwise, we're going to see you tomorrow.